Angel Kai the strongest and Shiva the bloody angel were defeated. All the battles kept going on, and everything seemed to be coming to an end. Goku increasingly raising his powers and making the battles become more and more intriguing. Goku had learned the essence of his angel powers after having combined his powers alongside from his energy, which had been bound from another timeline. Still, the greatest performance was shown when Vegeta managed to activate his second level of Ultra Ego. Vegeta's powers were each time being increased, even beyond Yamasaki's essence. The primordial power of the Prince of Saiyans was finally revealed. Meanwhile, in the central part of the palace of the High Priestess Sakai, Whis starts laughing and says, "Just look at Sakai. It seems that things are different now. I feel that Kai and Shiva's energy are gone. Weren't you the one who said that the mortals and the Daishikan's universe were extremely weak?" Sakai keeps being serene. Sakai then says, "You think that just because two of my strongest angels let their guards down, that we will lose the war?" Don't make me laugh. I remember you from when you were such an insolent child, Whis. Now you think you can fight me just for being an angel. Just look at you, pitiful. Now you'll see the difference between our powers. Whis makes a serious look on his face. Zarama watches and says, "I don't understand. Even though Whis and Vados are very powerful, Sakai as the mother of angels could easily beat them both. But for some reason she's fighting them until now. What's going on? Wait, could it be that while she released the portal of the liberation of dragons, she ended up spending too much of her energy? Oh, so that's it, Sakai. You know that other warriors can still appear here in the center of the stage, and that's why you're containing your powers, so you can fight the whole war." Fascinating as one would expect from the Mother of Angels. Whis says, "We don't have time to play here anymore. Supreme Celestial Cube! Come on, Vados, come with me!" Vado takes Whis' hand and prepares to launch a massive attack on Sakai. In the blink of an eye, a gigantic dragon appears on the backs of the two angels. Whis looks scared and says, "What is that?" Vado speaks, "Brother, it's very close. It is practically impossible for us to escape." Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of the Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's get started. The giant dragon was about to hit Whis and Vados. Sakai starts laughing. "I had said that I could finish you off on my own." Sarama speaks. "Don't get me wrong, but I felt you needed my help, Sakai." Whis says, "Vados, get out of the way!" Whis receives the attack of the dragon god Sarama in full. A huge explosion takes place in the palace of the High Priestess. Whis' voice comes through. Damn it. It seems that this time, not even with Ultra Instinct, I could escape. Really, the attack of the creator of God of everything hurts a lot. Vados is shocked by the image she sees and speaks, "Brother!" Whis was with his body all blooded and extremely injured for having received Sarama's attack in full. Whis says, "Sister, can you hold it for me? Maybe I'll need some time to recover." Sarama appears in front of Whis and says, "And who said I would let you recover?" Whis then thinks, "Damn it, so the god of Super Dragon Balls decided to start fighting alongside Sakai." Sakai's energy starts to increase. Sarama is impressed. Sakai, smiling insanely, says, "When did I authorize you to get involved in this Sarama fight? I will finish you all!" Southside Palace of the High Priestess. Gohan in his Beast Mode 2 form starts to have an advantage fighting Zyrus. Zyrus says, "How could a mortal manage to overcome his limits in this way? If I'm not mistaken, this is the boy who left Zaki in a bad way, and now he himself managed to defeat Psycho. I will never accept this. I've had enough of you. Always believing you can get stronger. Believing us mortals will be in your pawns. Gohan and Zyros begins to exchange several punches. Azazel watches. Piccolo just watches Gohan and Zyros battle as he observes Azazel's behavior. Azazel was enraged, but still did not engage in battle. Azazel in his thoughts says, "You are too weak, Zyros. All the angels don't know how to fight. They only embarrass themselves. I myself will finish them off. The Daishikan, Sakai, all of you will all be destroyed." Gohan, having the upper hand against Zyros, starts to think, "This transformation doesn't last for long. This guy certainly doesn't have the powers of an angel. If I defeat him, surely Mr. Piccolo will finish him off in his god form." Zyros starts to laugh and says, "Mediocre mortal! What makes you believe that you can defeat me?" Gohan looks at Zyros with a serious look and starts to reflect. Gohan closes his eyes and begins to remember his battles and says, You know, since I was a child, I always avoided fighting. Unlike a pure-blooded Saiyan, I always had the thought of a hybrid to my human side, wanted to study, play like a normal child. However, my reality was always surrounded by battles, and I knew that at some point I would have to fight. The first thing I lost in front of me was my father, and then my master. I knew I had to stay strong, but fear spoke louder than me, and that made things more tense and I didn't know how to deal with it. Then Mr. Piccolo was teaching me everything I needed to get stronger, and that was believing in myself. My father's absence, I was always in charge of saving the Earth. That's what my father and Mr. Piccolo taught me. I am Son Gohan, the Saiyan hybrid from Universe 7. It doesn't matter to me if you're an angel, what you are. I have defeated several enemies to save the Earth, and now it won't be different. Zyros starts to laugh and speaks. Beautiful speech, but you talk too much. Die, boy! Inclusion of darkness! Gohan seriously looks and says, "Fusion of Saiyan Namekian techniques. Special beam, Kamehameha!" Gohan's ultimate attack begins to engulf Zyros' attack, making Zyros received every attack from Saiyan Hybrid. Zyros says, "What? Impossible!" Piccolo watches, smiling, and says, "Well done, Gohan. You won. Now it is your turn." Piccolo is starting to look at Azazel, who was totally enraged, and says, "How dare you! Zyros, you weak, being defeated by a mere mortal!" Gohan was already weakened from having fought Zyko, and soon after against Zyros says, "Mr. Piccolo, I'm broke. This guy is with you now." Gohan then faints. Azazel speaks. "Angels, always as weak as ever. It is time for the Makayoshins to spring into action." Scared, Piccolo says, "A Makayoshin and Angel were together all this time?" Zyros, lying on the floor, barely able to speak, says, "Don't be mad, Azazel, please." Azazel says, "Now it will be the end of you all." A blue light appears in front of Azazel. Piccolo again activates his Namek God form and speaks. Well, I guess it's time for the Super Namekian to step into action. Kingdom of the Makayoshin. Damagrates, the prince of the Makayoshin, says, "Angels and demons, natural enemies since the beginning of time. It seems that time goes by, but natural fights always remain the same. I wonder, those who break the rules are judged by the kingdoms. But what happens when two races break the rules?" Meki Kabura, the king of the Makayoshin kingdom, says, "You are wondering about many things, my son. What is making you think so much?" Tower and Demigra appear. Tower says, "Surely he's thinking of Azazel. After all, one of the demons of that kingdom, he decided to leave here with an angel to dominate the world. We finally knew this wasn't going to work out so well." Demigra says, "We don't get involved in battles that the angels are in. I was able to face an extremely powerful mortal a long time ago, Son Goku. If his side emerges victorious from this war between angels and mortals, we'll have the pleasure of annihilating Son Goku and his friends." Maybe Azazel becomes just a memory like the Makaioshin who betrayed us. Formerly the kingdom of the Makaioshin, there were several extremely powerful Makai emperors. One of them was acclaimed for his power for destroying several kingdoms and several souls who came to his kingdom. That was Azazel, but one day, his kingdom was completely destroyed by angels sent by Daishinkan. Azazel was exiled from his race of Makaioshin for not being able to save his army. Times later, his fury was only increasing and making the Makai Emperor become increasingly angry with everyone of his race. Azazel says, "My entire army was caught off guard by this inferior race. How dare them? Can never accept that. Demigra, Mekikabura, you disown me. Those damn angels, I'm going to finish you off one by one." Azazel leaves the Makai realm. As time goes by, his body recovers and his energy becomes increasingly rejuvenated until the moment an angel appears in front of him laughing. "What are you doing here in my universe?" Azazel just watches. Laughing, Zydo says, "You seem very strong. It would be very interesting to manipulate you." Azazel watches and speaks. "An angel, you have no idea who you're talking to." Zydos laughs and says, "You are in my universe. You will never be accepted here. Prepare to die." Zydos lands the kiss of death on Azazel. Zydos says, "That's the end of you. It's over." Azazel seriously says, "Kiss of death?" How would a technique like that work on someone who judged all souls in hell? Zydos speaks. "What? Impossible! Is he a demon?" Azazel turns the battlefield with Zydos completely dark. The same energy that occurred in the Makai realm. All energy from the Makaioshin realm weakens the angel. Zydos says, "How is this possible? How did you manage to get here?" Azazel says, "You're strong. If it weren't for my ability, you would certainly have beaten me. Your universe is a parallel dimension. I'm sure you have unfinished business with your own race. Let's unite and create our own empire." Zydos smiles. "An angel and a demon together?" Azazel says, "I don't want my name to be exposed to everyone. From today, I will be on your side as if I were your god of destruction. I will be the being of the unknown presence." Since then, Zydos and Azazel wandered the universe until they were sealed away by the Daishikan in the First Celestial War. Back to current times, Azazel charges forward to attack Piccolo. Piccolo with his Namek God energy dodges and running quickly lands several punches on Azazel. Piccolo says, "I don't care what your race are. Know that you will be defeated now." Piccolo remembers his past defeat against Zaki, having lost his Namek God powers. Piccolo says, "If at that time I had endured my transformation a little longer, I would have definitely beaten those guys. I'm already tired of always having to play these games. Just like Gohan, I will win. This guy is very powerful, but he has very slow movements. I already know what I should do." Azazel arrives in front of Piccolo and says, "This will be your end." Piccolo smiles and speaks. Predictable as ever. Piccolo reaches out and wraps his arm around Azazel's body and says, "Slow as ever." Piccolo powers up a large special beam cannon on Azazel and launches it at the demon. Azazel says, "Impossible!" Azazel takes Piccolo's attack full on. Piccolo says, "You're finished." Piccolo looks at Gohan and Gohan speaks. Mr. Piccolo, watch out! A great ray of darkness is launched at Piccolo. Azazel's voice comes up and speaks. How dare you attack me like that? Zyrus will use his power. Zyrus, who is lying on the ground, has her angelic power stolen by Azazel. Piccolo says, What? He stole all of an angel's... Azazel starts to smile and says, Impossible. Gohan tries to get up and speaks. Mr. Piccolo, now it's really complicated. You need to run. Piccolo's transformation begins to unravel. Piccolo says, Not yet. Gohan, this guy now has even more power than that angel you fought. Gohan and Piccolo charge towards Azazel, but are already quickly stopped. Azazel says, Too weak. How do you think you'll be able to stop the Mother of Angels with such mediocre power? I have news for you. I myself will end the Mother of Angels. And speaks. No, I don't have the strength to fight anymore. Mr. Piccolo, what are we gonna do now? Piccolo starts to reflect and says, We let our guard down again. A sequence of 3 powerful enemies without even being able to recover was very complicated. But I didn't expect this guy to get his energy back. He got totally out of hand. But maybe, if I use all my Namekian power, I could eliminate him. But it would have cost my life. Azazel starts laughing and speaks. What are you whispering so much, you miserable pile of crap? Die! Piccolo says, Gohan, this fight will end now. Now it's up to you. Gohan says, No, Mr. Piccolo, don't do that, please! Just as Piccolo is about to sacrifice himself, a voice appears. Stronger than an angel? Every day, every moment I live, I laugh even more. Angelic Spirit Spear. A huge attack pierces Azazel. Gohan and Piccolo don't understand what happened. Zyrus, lying on the ground, says, Azazel? Azazel speaks. What was that? Mojito, the angel of Universe 9, appears in front of everyone. Mojito says, I'm sorry to go behind the back. It's just that I literally don't have time to waste on you, Azazel. I've heard rumors about you in the past, and it would be a huge headache to fight your dark energy. So the easiest way would be for you to let your guard down, and I'd send you into space in a blink of an eye. Azazel says, Mojito, you miserable! Mojito says, Too late. Angelic extinction. Turn to cosmic dust. Another huge explosion erupts in the Kai's palace. Azazel, the unknown presence, is wiped out by the Universe 9's Mojito. Mojito heals Gohan and Piccolo's wounds. Gohan speaks. Thank you very much, Angel of Universe 9. I remember you in the Tournament of Power. Mojito looks at Zyrus. Zyrus smiles and says, Finish me off, brother. Mojito is smiling, points his finger at Zyrus and closes his eyes. Mojito says, Whatever. Zyrus closes his eyes but feels his body recovered. Zyrus says, What? Did you get my body back? Why didn't you kill me? Mojito says, We are angels. You are unlikely to turn against us again. The Son Gohan boy defeated you. If you mess up one more time, I will not go easy on you. Come on, people, we have a war to end. You can stay there whining about everything you've done, or come with us and stop the Mother of Angels. Zyrus. Zyrus smiles. Gohan says, This must be an assembly thing. A huge explosion takes place in the palace of the High Priestess. Gohan, Mojito, and the others get scared. Gohan says, What was that? A great explosion appears in the palace of the High Priestess Akai. Gohan starts to question himself. What's going on here? Weakened Zyrus says, This is an energy of uncontrolled destruction. At that moment, in Vegeta's location, Vegeta begins to feel an extremely high energy pressure. Vegeta says, What the hell is going on here? I'm still getting my energy back. a voice comes up. Mortals defeating angels. It seems that I haven't seen that in a long time. It seems that a prophecy is about to happen. The moment mortals manage to overcome the gods, the great end will begin. Vegeta says, "That voice, that key, is even more powerful than before, but I know that energy." The voice says, "It looks like you've gotten a lot stronger than the last time I saw you, Vegeta. So you've discovered your true essence." Vegeta responds, "You knew everything all this time. You've been watching my struggle, and you didn't think to help me for a moment." The voice says, "You didn't need my help, Vegeta. I thank them for saving me, but I never said we were friends." Vegeta watches. At that moment, the dragon Zafir, brother of Zalama, appears. "Hey, how's it going?" Zafir, the supreme dragon, second brother of Zarama, appears on a battlefield. Zafir was sealed in an empty dimension created by Zakai. After Goku and Vegeta were sent by Zaki and Bazarot, owned the trap that was launched on them, Goku reached the infinite Super Saiyan stage and managed to defeat the clone of the angel Shiva. That, alongside Vegeta, he found Zafir, Zarama's brother, second general of the Dragon Army. Until then, Zafir had disappeared, saying he had unfinished business to resolve, and now he appears in Zakai's celestial palace in front of Vegeta. What has Zafir been doing all this time? Vegeta wasn't quite understanding what he was seeing. Vegeta doesn't know about Zafir's true powers. Zafir, that dragon that once showed to be very powerful and told Goku and Vegeta all the past, that the ancestors of his race, all the stories of the legendary Saiyans about the essence of Yamushi. At that time, Vegeta was going through several complications, considering that Kakarot managed to raise his power even more. Vegeta wondered why Kakarot was so powerful and how he managed to get so strong. At these moments, we began to question ourselves. Was Zafir coming to show that Vegeta could even increase his powers, or was Zafir already thinking about something that could happen? Vegeta starts to question himself and says, "All of this is happening, and it's very strange. How did this guy manage to show up here? It doesn't make any sense." First, he started to raise his powers even more when he fought with us in a void dimension, and later he seems to be purposely wanting us to know about Yamoshi's essence. Kakarot showed the transformation of the Infinite Saiyan and soon after managed to increase his powers more and more. This made us imagine that Kakarot's powers had no limits. But if we stop to think about it, the beginning of this war, when Kakarot revealed all of his powers, he went through different training every moment, and it seems that even all this time, Kakarot's strength was still not enough to defeat the enemy anymore. It's okay that Kakarot managed to win a battle now, but still, he went through a lot of training. It's not possible, is it? Zafir began to watch and laugh. Cheetah, look, I really must say that your line of reasoning is much greater than that of the other warriors. In the blink of an eye, you were able to really understand everything that was happening. That is fantastic, Mr. Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans. Congratulations. Now you can see that Goku actually remained a puppet of Zakai. Vegeta at that moment questions himself. What are you talking about? Zafir responds, "Can you remember that from the beginning we always said that Goku was the target of the High Priestess? Goku at first was the Saiyan that had been sent to Earth, so he could become a great warrior, conquering planets. Vegeta, even when you appeared at Frieza's command and fought against Goku, you could see that your powers were not the same as before. You realized that everything that was happening could be changed when you saw that Goku's powers were not the same. You managed to understand that the strength of this Saiyan came from within, or fought for his loved ones. That's why you decided to raise your family. Who would have guessed? You, Vegeta, being a father. That's say who only thought about destruction and at the same time also wanted to have immortality. Well, actually, that's all that happened in the blink of an eye. And you were the creator of all this essence. But that's beside the point. What happens is that the Mother of Angels, since her time in Cell, has always thought about it. She always wanted things to happen her way. Well, you didn't even know who the angels were. While you had several battles and became much more powerful, the High Priestess Sakai already knew about it. I was able to meditate for a long time after you freed me, and I started to analyze several things that had been happening. But I confess that what intrigued me the most and left me with a very big thought was seeing all the powers that Goku achieved. And I confess that at this level, that you and Goku have now surprised me. I would never have imagined that you could become much more powerful than some kind of angel. But know that in the ranking of angels, Kai always said that he was the strongest. But I always had my doubts. And by the way, you can see that Shiva, even though she was just a bloody angel, she was not an angel who could fight in hand-to-hand combat. Maybe that's why you won. Vegeta responds. What are you trying to say? You mean I won just because the angel wasn't that powerful? Zafir observes and says, oh, that's not it, Vegeta. Did you not understand? The big issue here is that you didn't realize that all this time Goku's energy was being drained. Goku has always gone through different training since this war started. Training with Zaidos, soon after with the Daishikan himself. After you found out about Yamoshi's essence, everything happened the way the Mother of Angels wanted it. But we made you think that it was Goku's third son, Gon, who was the real target. Now he's lying in the void dimension while all his energy has been drained to save Zarama. So can you understand what this means, Vegeta? Scared, Vegeta says, no, it's not possible. That's not possible. All we're doing is getting Kakarot drained of energy by Sakai. Is Sakai waiting for Kakarot? Damn it! I can't let that happen! Vegeta, with his weakened body, tells Zafir to get out of the way! Zafir says, I'm sorry, but with your body, you're not getting anywhere. I have unfinished business with Zarama, but I can't let you out there. No. I have unfinished business with Zarama, but I can't let you out of here just yet. Vegeta activates his Phase 2 Ultra Ego again. Vegeta says, if you don't leave here for good, you'll leave for bad. I'm already tired of these angels and demons continue to think we were mere pawns. Zafir says, Saiyans, as usual, they're never happy with anything. I reveal the truth to you, and yet you want to attack me. Well, and it'll be like this, Vegeta. Come, an unusual battle. Vegeta Ego 2 versus Zafir. Still, with all this war and all these fights, we can see that now Sakai's target has always been Goku. North side of the battle against Sakai. Sakai says, I feel like it's getting closer and closer here. I hope to see you soon, son Goku. To be continued. Now, hey, my partner, what do you believe in and what do you think about all of this? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive. Expose it in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.